Good morning, everybody. I asked my Instagram followers to send me 5 pictures so I could rate them on this here YouTube channel. All of these are just subject to my opinion and what I think looks good as a photographer, but everybody here is subject to their own opinion, so let's get right into it. For the first picture, I just think Lightroom goes a long way. You know, some masking here or even just a preset would have taken this picture from a 5 to a 10. And also, I'm not as much of a car photographer as I am a sports photographer or anything else photographer, but I think the lower man always wins, and you guys will probably hear me say that throughout the entirety of this video. It's just true. The lower you get, usually the better the shot, but I like this shot, you know, to begin with. Again here, just using masking in Lightroom will make your photos a lot better. You know, using some gradial masking here to make the the subject pop out a little bit more will take your photos a long way. And even with this one, your shutter speed was a little low, so it's a little shaky, but I understand, you know, low light environment. But I would just say, if you don't already have it, bro, get into Lightroom and learn it. Go on YouTube. I'll even make a video myself about learning how to mask things, but, you know, that's for the future. So for you, Eddie, I'd say I'd give your pictures like a 65, bro. Just using Lightroom will take your pictures a lot further. Next up, Kaylee. Here we go. For this picture, I like this picture a lot. I'm not exactly sure where you were shooting from, but I would say always try to get them full in frame or get a close-up if possible. This picture is hard. Again, with Lightroom, I think you could have made the red stand out a little bit more. There's a numerous amount of things, you can do on Lightroom just to make your photos look that little bit better. So I would say put this in the Lightroom. For this one, right place, right time. This picture's kind of crazy. I don't know who bro is right here, but he's kind of in his bag. You got the people looking. I honestly like this picture. One of my favorite pictures I've seen so far. I don't know what happened to this picture, if it got cropped or if it got cut off. It's out of frame. In this picture, again, a little bit of masking and a little bit of Lightroom work would take you a long way. So Kaylee, for you, I have to give you a 72 or a 73. Giovanni Babera, excuse me, bro, if I mispronounced your name, please correct me. This picture is hard. I like this picture, and I like this picture because he was in the right place at the right time and getting a great moment. As for critique, I would just say get lower. You know, lowest man always wins in photography as well. This picture, he's not really looking at anything. I think if he was lower, the picture would be fine, though. You know, he's looking at the ground, I guess. So I would just say get lower, brother. For this picture, I think this picture's hard. I like the way the colors look. I would just say, you know, more of a subject, because this picture would be nice if you were more focused on number 32 or 21 or something like that, you know. This picture, dang, wow, I think this is my favorite picture I've seen today, for sure. It's a great picture. Again, using Lightroom can make this picture from great to amazing, and just making your subject stand out just a little bit more, and also using the straightening tool on Lightroom to make the photo more straight. But otherwise, this is a great photo. And this one as well, Lightroom and getting lower will always win, brother. So for you, bro, I'd have to give your pics around a 69 or a 70, but there's good work. Always room to improve, though. Here we got my brother Cal L. Bibera. Excuse me if I mispronounced that. He says, yo, I used to take pictures as a hobby, but now I created a business 3 or 4 weeks ago. This is some of my favorite work. Okay. First off, calm little fit check. You know, nothing special here. It's a very normal picture, I would have to say. This picture, I think it's a nice picture. It's very well edited. You know, but I would always say try to face the action no matter what. This picture, this is a dope picture. I like this picture because it captures him right at the second as he's about to land. It's well edited. I just think it's a great picture in total overall. For this picture, what I always try to do with pictures like these when football teams are in the huddle is I always try to get a little bit lower, and I want to center myself around whoever's talking and use everybody holding each other in the foreground. And for this picture, I just think if you took a few paces to the left and you got a picture of him face on, the picture would be 10 times better. So for you, my guy, I'd have to give you about a 71 also. A lot of you guys have similar photos, which is okay. And I understand because, you know, my photos haven't always been as good as they are or as good as they will be. But these are just my opinion. My boy, Tristan 2K. Let's see what you're talking about, bro. I like this picture. I like this picture because he has a star filter on, which I have used before. And he has good framing. But the only thing I would say about this picture is to frame it to the left just a little bit more, or slide one step over to the left. That way you can get the background and her fully in frame. This picture is dope. I like this picture. I like my highlights blown out, you know, just as some do this. And it's just a clear picture. You have the little star reflection on his visor. That's a dope picture for sure. This picture's cool. What I always say about pictures like these is just to get lower and try to get everybody in frame, because it makes the whole picture look a lot better and look a lot more, you know, wow factor-ish. This picture is dope. I think if you got this picture a second earlier and her hand was on the ball, it would be better, but I like the way these photos are edited. This picture is super cool. I think doing something, I think the editing is really good, but also that it's just a great moment and a great place to be. So these are probably my favorite pictures so far. So I would have to say that these are some nice pictures. Shout out to my boy Tristan. I had to give him like an 81. 70. I'm going to go 79, because just to leave room for more growth, obviously, you know. This is my boy Logan. This is my boy Logan Wright. Again, everybody's description is going to be right there in the description. Make sure you guys go follow them. He says, yo, Mark, be brutally honest with my photos and let me know what I can improve on. There's a bit of variety, and unfortunately, I still don't have a good zoom lens, so I try to make it work with what I have. I got you, bro. First off, this picture right here, solid picture. Very solid picture. Very Tim Duncan-esque picture. It's a very good picture. I would say put it in the Lightroom and try to do as much as you can with it. Just playing around with it will always help you out. But I think it's a solid picture nonetheless. This picture is dope. It's got Skyhawks written on the back. You got the tats. Again, Lightroom would take these pictures a lot further than they already are. And just using it in the straightening tool. Now again, you can use Lightroom on PC, whether you edit on PC or on your phone. I do them from my phone most of the time, but it doesn't really matter. This picture is dope. You have really good ability to frame them, which I like. And you're always sitting down, which is really good, which makes the pictures look a lot better. I always just say use Lightroom, and these pictures would come out better, obviously. This picture, again, Lightroom, straightening it and slapping a preset on it maybe, or something like that. Just make your photos look a lot better than they already are. This picture is dope. I like this picture. Maybe having the camera just a little bit higher, but this is still a really dope picture. I'm not sure what else you could even say about it. Honestly, Logan, if you just put your photos in the Lightroom, you have a really good nick for knowing where to be at on the court and how to get some good pictures. So I would give your photos about a 77, bro, honestly. Lucy, let's get him done. First of all, this pics, his name is Max. He hits pretty hard. I like this picture a lot. Your color scheme, I'm not sure what it is. I think maybe the clarity of it. That's just not the way I like my pictures. I still think the picture looks good. Like, this is a good picture, but a lot of my pictures are smooth, so that's just a personal preference thing. But you're really nice. You're a really good photographer. I really respect a lot of your work. This picture is dope. I like blown out highlights, maybe bringing the exposure down just a little bit to see what's going on, or even using the masking tool in Lightroom to make your subject stand out a little bit more would be dope, but I think these pictures are already dope as they are. My boy, Caden Omar, playing at Sloan, this is a dope picture. Seriously, this is a very nice picture. You got everybody throwing up the threes in the background. He's locked in on the ball. This is almost as good as a picture can get, if I'm being honest. This picture is good as well. You have a really good knack for framing as well. Just getting the ball right when he's catching it. I love these pictures a lot. This picture's hard. This picture's hard. There's not much I can say to you, Lucy. You know what you're doing. Honestly, to rate these out of 10, I'd probably have to give you about an 83 or an 84. I love these pictures, you know. It's hard to be a perfect 10, but these are some really dope pictures, to be honest.